Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to talk about the other thing that Biden did yesterday. It didn't get a lot of coverage because it was definitely overshadowed by the whole student debt relief thing that impacted many more people than this does. But this is definitely worth covering still, especially since we haven't covered this topic in depth on the channel. He signed an executive order that is designed to create, I want to say it's 16 people, a 16-person team to make the CHIPS Act happen quickly, accomplish the goals of the CHIPS Act, and get it out there and make it start working now. Since we haven't really talked about that, what is it? It's a $280 billion, roughly, I think, investment in U.S. manufacturing capabilities dealing with semiconductors. So why? Why are we doing this, right? The open reason, the domestic reason, is this helps safeguard the supply chain in the event of another global disruption. U.S. manufacturers will still be able to get the components they need because some of them are made here in the United States, right? Easy. And this team is being put together to make that happen quickly. Now, there's the other reason. You know, we have that international poker game where everybody's cheating. The production of semiconductors within the United States, it reduces China's leverage, right? And at the table, it increases the amount of U.S. chips, pun totally intended. Now, there's good and bad with that. The good is that this does increase U.S. production capability. So, in a supply chain scenario situation, sure, it helps offset things, helps keep things rolling. At the same time, it's not an attempt to bring everything home, which we've talked about it on the channel before. While that sounds good, it's actually not. Look at what happened with the baby formula. When all of your production is localized, if something happens, well, that's it, because there's no established foreign trade. So it's big enough to be scaled up if the relationship between the United States and China does go south. If it truly deteriorates, well, there you go. You can scale up the production capabilities that are being built under this. However, they're not getting them to that point immediately, which is good because trade between countries tends to prevent tensions, or at least helps cool them. When you're talking about the game at that level, money is a big deal, and trade is money. So this seems to strike a happy medium between getting the U.S. up to speed and getting it to where it should be, and maintaining a balance with other countries so it doesn't start an economic arms race on the international scene where people start trying to bring all of their production home. Because again, while that's a great nationalist talking point, in real life it pretty much always fails. You want those sprawling webs. Decentralization is harder to disrupt. And it helps promote peace by keeping the economies talking to each other. And the interests of money tend to win out over a lot of other interests at times that might start a war. So that's where it's at. It's worth noting what the Biden administration needed to do to get it moving quickly is done, but it barely made the news because of the student loan stuff. So anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.